Check. There it is.
Hey, now we're good. Confirmed. Confirmed. All right. Thank everybody. Yeah, it's a running gag at this point, says Truck Dano. Muted says shake and bake, but it is raw. I was just speaking the truth. I was speaking too much truth for the people out there. Welcome to Discover Crypto. I'm your host, DZ. Today we're talking about BlackRock's favorite altcoin and how it could outperform Bitcoin in a major way. This is not a coin you need to sleep on, and it's a coin of probably a lot of holders, amongst the viewers right now. And I'm talking to you Link Marines. If you're a Link Marine, I need you to smash that like button because today we are going to be talking about Chainlink. Real Crypto said he was lip reading. Well, I gave out my seed phrase, so make sure you go rewind, go check that out, everyone. All right, I'm hitting refresh because I want the freshest data. We're going to roll into the market watch here. Bitcoin has had a nice little pump over the last hour, 0.6%, turning it back into the green area. It is up now 1.1%. Doge getting a strong little pump here. Doge is up 4.5% as well. And Toncoin, 5.3%, seeing some good gains here. Tron, Cardano have slowed down. They were the hot coins 2 days ago. Cardano especially, it is now down 0.8%. Avalanche up 1.7%. A lot of people are looking at XRP. XRP holding on to the pump here, not correcting within 24 hours like we've seen in the past. TJ, is XRP going to be heading up and to the right over the near term?
It could be. I mean, XRP's definitely seen some positive news, some positive movement. I'm still not a long-term bull on it just because of the inflation rate, but I've got to I'm trying to decide what I think about some of these older projects going into this cycle. Either they just completely fall off and die and, just move very slow.
Like they're heading up the stairs of Air Force One.
Yeah, and then just fall apart and collapse. Or do they start to have a resurgence and really flex that market dominance that they have? I still haven't. The verdict's still out on that. I still haven't made that decision on where I think they're going to go. But ADA, XRP, even ETH in some ways, what are they going to do into the new era of crypto? That's the big question. So
that is the big question here, and folks. You're going to see a major mover from a big migration. Polygon looks like the markets were waiting to see if the migration was just going to flop, flounder, fail, grope. But no, it is actually, it looked like it was pulled off successfully. It is now getting a nice little pump here.
And it's officially pole.
Yeah, officially pole. So no longer going to say Matic anymore.
Or would it be Paul? I guess it's Paul, right? For Polygon?
I heard the coin's name is Robert Paulson. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. All right, Quant is up as well. We got some other big gainers here. Quant's up 7.1%, Toncoin 5.3%, Mantra. It is up 4.6.
Real quick, I don't know if you have any thoughts on this or opinions on Cosmos or Adam, but somebody says Cosmos to $70 this bull run. It's Cartson Lilberg. I don't know. If you pull up Cosmos, it's pretty much done a full retrace. I've almost round tripped it at this point. For an underlying reason, obviously, is they don't. You don't really need the Atom token to use its governance, so its network gets used a lot, good stuff on it, but the Atom token never really necessary. This is another one that I've held for a long time. I've liked it for a long time, good technology, but now I'm not so sure about the future for it. A lot of stuff going on within the community talking about it, trying to change the way the tokenomics work and different things. There was, a kind of a split community now, so I don't know. Cartson wanting it to go to $70. What's it sitting at right now? Like
$4.22. It looks like it bottomed, earlier today. I think it was even hitting 420.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you have? Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you have any opinions on Cosmos?
I mean, I don't like what I see with the 1 year chart. That's for sure. But I do see a little bit of a glimmer. I'm eternally bullish here. So I noticed that, when it launched, it had a nice little uptrend, and then it created a lower low, and then another lower low. And then it went on the uptrend. Here we can see, a nice little uptrend. Then it made a low. And then it made a lower low. And so, if history repeats, maybe this is a start of something bullish. Maybe this is a start for Atom. Maybe, go nuclear.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. That's one that I'm holding right now that I'm thinking about getting out of. So, and we got Crypto Crank here. He's got an interesting point. Link is going to be just like Oracle stock. It's going to be 500 billion market cap running the blockchain Oracle space. excellent comparison. Yeah, we almost put Oracle in the title. We were trying to work that in today because
I was trying to get a bent spoon on the thumbnail, but they kept saying, hey, they're going to think it's fentanyl. And I was like, no, that's not what I meant. Chainlink at, honestly, just 1 hour ago, folks, Chainlink was one of the top 5 earners. And we are going to be talking about Chainlink, bringing up Chainlink here. $500 billion market cap would be massive. I think it hit 20, right under 20 last cycle. Let's see here. Right above 20. So I was a little bit off there. So it hit around 20 last cycle. So now you're talking about, if we go to 500, a 25x from the previous all-time high, and which was around $50. Now I know there's been some inflation. Let's just say 40. You're looking at $1,000 Chainlink at a $500 billion market cap, roughly around that. Maybe a little bit. No, around $1,000 Chainlink. How about that, folks? That would be massive. If we look at the last year for Chainlink, lower lows. We're not seeing anything bullish here. Honestly, I do think Chainlink, though, just has too much support from smart people, from the big institutions, and credible builders just harp on how awesome it is and easy to use. And also, you keep seeing them at Swift conferences and big banking conferences and Davos. And on some elements, that does lead to more centralization. More centralization can lead to more adoption. And then, widespread global adoption in a $1 trillion marketplace really could equal some pumps for Chainlink. So I think we got a lot of Link Marines. Where are we at on likes?
We're just getting started. I mean, about 600 people in here, 100 likes. Guys, if you hold Chainlink, hit that like button right now. What's that?
I know there's more Link Marines.
Yeah,
here.
I think we have a lot of Chainlink holders. I know I hold a lot of Chainlink or some Chainlink. You hold Chainlink. Josh, all of us here, pretty much everybody in this building, I think, a fan of Chainlink. So let us know in the chat if you hold Chainlink too, because I think it's it's not one of the biggest pumpers. It's kind of, I'd put it up there in a blue chip like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's one of the safest long-term investments in crypto outside of Bitcoin and ETH, I'd say.
Yeah, this is what the bull run looked like last year. So you can see July 2020, and then we had DeFi summer. I'm on. Let me go to price here. I'm gonna have to remove it. So this ended up being a very, very bullish summer for just DeFi in general, but also especially Chainlink here. You can see starting June, $4, and then spiked all the way to 18 in a very short amount of time, and then got all the way up to $50. Very, very bullish period. So it can happen fast. It can happen suddenly. It can happen violently, these Chainlink pumps here. But let's look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to look at Chainlink Bitcoin trading pair, because I'm saying something very, very bullish, where I can see why BlackRock would want to buy some Chainlink. Bitcoin still just trading around in this parallel channel. Looks like, maybe it's trying to caught a little bit of a curvature here to maybe test the bottom. Statistically speaking, it is more likely to hit the bottom than the middle. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to hit the bottom. I'm just kind of giving you, just the odds here. If we look at the 4-hour, I'm really starting to see some cooling down in the markets right now. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to just take a dump. Too many people think it's going to hit the bottom. Well, TJ, what happens then?
That's when we see the reversal usually.
That's when we see it go up here. So Bitcoin's still just, trying to hold on for some life here. If we go to the 1-minute chart, just get real bullish. Let's hide this parallel channel. Bitcoin's doing some pretty massive swings just in the past 24 hours or so. You can see we had a nice little dip. This is starting at 7 a.m. and then just started pumping around 8:20, and then now just trying to find a direction. Bitcoin, is it going to hit 59K, which is going to be up here, or is it going to hit 57K, which is going to be down here first? How are you leaning heading into the weekend?
That's a good question. I mean, we've seen last weekend has been a little bit better compared to the last several weekends. I feel like it's holding 58 pretty well. It seems it's gone down, trying to lose it a few times and bounce back pretty strong. So it seems like there's some money holding it there. I do think we get rate cuts going into the next meeting. I say, I mean, this is just a gut reaction, but I say we bounce around. Maybe we lose it over the weekend, but we're opening Monday similar to where we close Friday, if that makes sense.
Look at this. This is a short-term time frame, and I'm aware of that, but look at just this resistance on the short term. It was just trying to knock against this door. The more it knocks against the door, though, the more likely you're going to pull the Kool-Aid man and be like, oh, yeah, and you're bursting right through that thing.
Yeah, if we get some good activity today, and break up above, towards 60 today, that'd be great, and then we could maybe bounce between 58 and 60 over the weekend. Otherwise, I think we'll just trade in a pretty tight range over the weekend. And like I said, open up Monday very close to where we close Friday. So,
folks, if you're not in the chat, Catch Them All is back with his patented quip, some of which a little too risque to read out loud here. The Paris, come on now. If you want to see a big dump, feed me Chipotle with a Choco Taco.
oh gosh,
I'm only bringing that up. Is Choco Taco still around? I thought they discontinued that, like the Twinkie.
yeah. I mean, Choco Taco, that was a Taco Bell thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I may watch a YouTube video. We're gonna get right into the link Bitcoin. I just wanted to share this. I watched some top 20 discontinued foods. One of the main ones, Flintstone push pops are gone.
Whoa.
That's nuts, man. Yeah, it's not a world I want to live in. Number one was it was the chocolate Pringle shaped chips from Hershey's. I forget, chocolate popper. I don't know, something like that. All right, let's look at Bitcoin Link. This is Link Bitcoin. This is Link priced in Bitcoin. And then on the right, maybe a little hard to see. You're going to see like 0.0014, meaning this is this is how much one Chainlink token makes up as far as one Bitcoin token. So it is a very small fraction of a Bitcoin. But I'm seeing something very bullish in the charts here, folks. We're looking at the 2-day. This is a pretty strong, chart pattern we're looking at because this is a larger time frame. I saw some bull divs. Well, I see some bull divs right now. But I want to know, what does this bull div mean? And a bull div, if you're just wondering, it means the price made a lower low while the RSI made a higher low. So the market is choosing a direction, whereas the price is kind of going contrary to that. So the market typically is going to win in the end. The market wants this price to be higher. What happened last time? That's what's going to be important here. Well, I saw one. This is actually near the bull run. This is October, November 2021. This is the tail end of the bull run, kind of like the last gasp of the bull run. You can see the price made a lower low, RSI made a higher low. So let's just measure this move compared to Bitcoin. There's the bottom of this wick. Ended up pumping 100% against Bitcoin. Now, mind you, Bitcoin was losing some value, probably went from 69 to like 50. But meanwhile, your Chainlink also was gaining against Bitcoin. So Chainlink actually probably in a bullish period at this point. So last time we saw a bull div, we saw basically, I'm rounding up here, a 100% pump against Bitcoin. And we're looking at that right here, right now. If we were just to measure it, 96%, 98 degrees. We're looking at pretty low amount of sats here. But if we look, I just wanted to draw a horizontal line. I haven't done this yet. We're looking at this live here. Are we going to see any confluence here? Let's go to the daily. And then this will maybe give us a sign like, yeah, this could potentially be a little resistance area. I mean, it is a little bit of a point control in the past. Yeah, I think Chainlink will probably reject at that level. But I do think Chainlink is about a pump against Bitcoin here.
What level? What's that number there? What's that level?
0003, pretty close to 333. So 003. So right now we're like 00018, and then this would be a 0033. So pretty close, not quite a doubling, but pretty much a double from the bottom of this wick right here. So Chainlink looks like it wants to break out against Bitcoin. So I would be careful, maybe selling any Chainlink tokens if you're looking to take some, if you need some cash on the sidelines. That being said, if you had to sell Chainlink or Bitcoin, let's just say to do something to your Nissan GTR ZX 480, whatever the heck it's called. What kind of car you got?
GTR R35.
GTR R35. So you just had to sell some crypto because, the new, you wanted to get a giant wing on the back, like with metal brackets. It looks like an erector set. You're just like, this is going to look so cool on my car. Are you going to sell your Chainlink or are you going to sell your Bitcoin?
That's a good question. I will say when I recently have had to sell for expenses, I've sold Bitcoin rather than Chainlink, even though I never like to sell either one of them. So I'm holding the Chainlink tight. And I will say we've also seen traditionally Chainlink can move inverse to the market a lot of times. So a lot of times when everything, like on days like today, when other things are pulling back or maybe a little bit bearish, you see a Chainlink pump. That we've seen that happen a lot in the past. Now, part of that was because Chainlink was newer, but I think the more people that understand Chainlink, the more, part of what's feeding into this is RWAs, right? Where we've got the RWA narrative picking up a lot more.
AKA tokenizing, real world assets. Yeah.
Yeah. And you need Chainlink to get that data from the real world onto the blockchain. So all of these RWA projects, all of these tokenized treasuries that are being used, they all need Chainlink's data feeds. So I think as we see that narrative really pick up, we really Chainlink. You can almost think of it as, I mean, this is kind of a rough comparison. It's not actually, it is a data feed. It's not a DEX, but it's almost like DEXs are to the on-chain engine that is trading. Chainlink is to the on-chain engine that is real-world assets. So
Okay,
you can't. That narrative can't continue to grow. That niche can't go where we see it going without Chainlink. I mean, obviously, we've got Pyth. We're going to talk about a little bit later in the show, which is like the Chainlink on Solana. But no, Chainlink, again, like I said, it's one of those ones that I accumulate long term, would consider holding past the end of through 2025 into the full cycle.
All right, Andy's saying sell Bitcoin, more chance for increases. Bitcoin, most likely a 4x. Chainlink, a 10x to 20x. People are asking, what can Chainlink, what is the X for Chainlink? I think Chainlink can hit $100, which would be a 10x from this level. Super bullish. Larry Fink's like talking about it to Jim Cramer. There is a world where it can hit $200, and we've done some Chainlink videos in the past, kind of supporting some of these levels. Someone said near. They asked enough times here. I think they said $25 price prediction. Can near hit 25? My gut says heck yeah. Hit around $20. If we look at market cap during this bullish period, it was only around 12 billion. Right now we'll just round up and say 5. I think near could easily hit a $20 billion market cap. And then there you go. There's your $20 near. And honestly, I think there's a world in which near can mimic Solana last cycle. So Solana last cycle hit $80 billion. 80 billion. So if we go to market cap, we hit max. You're going to see right here. Okay, a little under 75 billion. So I'm rounding up. So if Solana last cycle can hit 80 billion, I think there's a world in which near can hit 80 billion in 2025. I don't think it's likely. I just think it's possible. But I definitely think 20 is very, very doable. And I'd be surprised if it doesn't at least hit $20 billion this cycle.
I mean, I like, you guys know we love near here. Somebody says, Vatican says Sol, Link, near, strong portfolio. And I agree. I mean, you buy those three, maybe add some Bitcoin, Solana, Link, near. I like that. It's a good setup.
All right. Nicole Tater back. Sorry, I'm back. My best friend called. He's in the hospital. Can we all just send some well wishes to your friend? All right. So don't grab any cats or dogs, though, for any kind of rituals. All right. We're joking. That doesn't happen, is what I've been told. Chainlink. Let's talk a little Chainlink here. Then we're going to switch into Bitcoin. Chainlink data feeds go live on Sonium's Monado testnet. We have a video on Sonium on what it was going to do for Ethereum, just how bullish it is. Sonium, if you didn't know, is the layer 2 made by Sony. That's right, the people that make your PlayStation. And they're getting a lot of strong partnerships from Asian companies. I think Samsung has expressed some interest in working with Sony, and there's a couple others out there as well.
Again, anytime they make your the Sony makes a lot of things. They make your PlayStation, but they also make tons of smart TVs. And you have to understand
Discmans with anti-skip technology.
There you go. Yeah, man, I had a great Discman with anti-skip.
Was it yellow or gray?
It was that teal, clear, see-through where you could see the disc. You know what I'm talking about? That aqua. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, it did a spit take. I forgot about those. The translucent.
You could shake it. The disc would completely stop spinning, but your music would still play for 30 seconds or whatever it was. But hardware providers.
Yeah, riding that bicycle.
Yeah, it's really what Sony was. And that's why this is important. Sony has hardware devices all over the world that are in people's hands and in people's homes. And that getting blockchain and crypto integrations onto, iPhones, onto Samsung devices, onto Sony devices, that's where we're going to see the software take off in an exponential range. So again, anytime you see hardware providers, they spend billions of dollars, and it takes years for this software or this hardware, to get all the way out there into the hands of people's, into the homes of people. So anytime you get hardware providers that are now integrating this new software technology, that's what you need to see mass adoption come at a accelerating rate, which is what we're seeing. And so that's why I think, again, 2025, we'll see crazy price action. We'll get that same FOMO, that same hype. And that's when we move into a whole new realm of adoption. All
right. Speaking of adoption, a lot of people, it looks like some of their first music devices, they adopted the Sony Discman as well. Talking about car straps and everything. Remember having some people would use a Discman where you would put a tape into your vehicle, and then that would have a wire, and then that would lead to a CD.
That was me. I was that person for a long time, driving the Saturn around, with the tape deck CD player.
That is the new rotary phone, everyone. All right, let's talk about Chainlink again. So Chainlink announced today that Sonium is joining Chainlink's Scale program, is going to grant it access to Chainlink data feeds on Sonium's Monado testnet. The best thing about Sony joining the Scale program is Sony is now a buyer of Chainlink. And so when you join the Scale program, you have to pay in Link for services, for Oracle feeds, for data feeds. And so this is going to be very, very big. Basically, you're going to have Sony. It's going to be a net buyer of Chainlink. Very bullish here. Also has the integration of the CCIP and Sonium's canonical cross-chain infrastructure here. The chairman of Sony Block Solution Labs says Chainlink's rep and reliability ensure that Sonium users benefit from a robust and secure platform. And like I said, we have videos on the launch of Sonium. So you go back and check out some of that. Here we have Crypto Profeta. Looks like that's like a Kanye PFP almost, right? Like old school with the weird glasses Kanye.
Into it, yeah.
Interrupting Taylor Swift Kanye. Is that the best Kanye or the worst Kanye?
I
guess
think
it's better than the current.
That was a good timeline. That was a good spot in the simulation, I would say. You know, things were
when his jaw was wired shut, so he'd shut up. No, I'm just
life
kidding.
was simpler then. That was back when people watched award shows.
But before they cloned, who's in Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross. I don't think he's cloned. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx. He's not cloned. All right, always 2 steps ahead. Sonium, next-gen blockchain by Sony, is joining the Scale program with Chainlink data feeds now live on the testnet. Also going to integrate CCIP. Here we just have a little reaction GIF. I don't know if we got sound here.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. 1 second.
This is the Link Marines. This is a live look at the Link Marines, and including me with my 2.7 Chainlink. My favorite clip with this GIF is Alex Jones on Stand when he said, "You mean like Hillary Clinton and the certain Chainlink dominance challenged by Pyth." That's right. I want to give you guys some alpha as well. There is a competitor. Pyth had a certain metric that grew 46x. But it wasn't the price. That's what we really wish would do that. So through 2024, Pyth has grown significantly, increasing its total value secured, meaning, protocols using Pyth and trying to lock up funds. It has grown by a factor of 46 in 9 months. It's gone from 100 million to $4.7 billion. So a lot more people adopting Pyth. I'm interested. So they're saying this is throughout the year. Let's pull up Pyth and let's just look at the price action. So they've gained 30, tons and tons of value here, 50x essentially. We look at the year. Wow. I see opportunity here, TJ.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see opportunity.
Especially if Solana continues its trend in dominance. I mean, it's really when you're buying, micro caps within the ecosystem, it's just kind of like Jupiter. A lot of people like Jupiter, the main DEX for Solana. Pyth being the main oracle is relevant. Now that doesn't mean Chainlink can't also interact with Solana, but Pyth is definitely one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. So if you got some Solana and you're looking for some Solana altcoins, I wouldn't hate getting some Pyth right now. If you don't know how to use Solana in that manner, say you have a Phantom, you can go to Radium, you can go to Jupiter. You should be able to find Pyth fairly easily. You should pop up. If you don't, I don't trust like that. I don't trust like that. You go to the contract, save the contract address. Also on Manta, also on Neon. Then you can go to any kind of DEX and just plug that in, and you'll be able to get you some Pyth there. Nice. So yeah, bullish on Pyth here. The channel. We're all bullish, right?
Yeah. I think it's a good pick. Like I said, it doesn't mean Chainlink doesn't work with Solana, but it's definitely somebody that's competing for that space. So
yeah, I think long term Chainlink's going to be a winner, but it doesn't have to be Coke, Pepsi. Like if you got in on Cheerwine early enough, you probably made some profit.
Yeah.
Berkshire Hathaway though, they're probably going to be buying the Coke.
Bitcoin,
BlackRock.
Some strength right now though, 58.4, pushing up towards 58.5 into the weekend, which is nice. So
oh, look at that, we're getting above this little line here. However, warning, we actually wicked up right here, so we still got a little bit of ways till we can claim that, hey man, we're setting in a higher high. We're not quite there yet, but dang it, we're fighting,
we're pushing through,
we're fighting for dear life here, folks. It's going to be, we'll keep watching. We'll keep checking in on the Bitcoin price here. All right, Chainlink also, we got shaping up for a massive breakout. I did want to show this here. We are in a descending wedge pattern typically this isn't fiat. This is a very bullish pattern. So pay attention to this. Textbook, typically goes higher versus lower. Now, it's not to say it can't break down. It doesn't go up 100% of the time. But, say 3 out of 4 times, you can expect price action to be bullish after this. So awesome stuff that we're seeing here. Dizzy Gang, AVAX over Link, 2 different things. I wouldn't even have to say they compete here. It's like Bitcoin versus Ethereum. There's a world that has room for both. This is Sergey. He is the CEO of, co-founder of Chainlink here. What's up with this photo here? Does it look weird? Looks like too skinny.
Old bar photo or something is what it looks like, doesn't it?
Old bar photo.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a bar. Like he looks like he's in an Irish pub on like St. Patrick's Day or like Christmas Eve or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. That's when they have a kid does something bad and they want to show like the photo of him being a good kid. It's like if he were ever to try to have a PR campaign, like, look, man, I'm just some young cool guy, man. I'm just a good guy here. But he said, I personally believe the real world asset industry size can eventually surpass crypto market as a whole. If you count stable coins, gold coins, all the commodity coins as RWAs, you see potential in how real world assets can continue to put even more value on chain. I've been saying that for a long time. I think there's a world in which Tether has more value than Bitcoin. There's a world where Pax Gold has more value, maybe not Pax Gold, but all the gold RWA coins has more value than Bitcoin. So I would agree with this as well. So bullish for Chainlink here. Now, let's roll into BlackRock here. BlackRock promotes Bitcoin as a hedge against global financial disorders. The $9 trillion largest asset manager on the planet says Bitcoin is the answer to a growing global financial disorder. According to them, it can act as a hedge against increasing uncertainty and turmoil that's weakening trust in governments, banks, and fiat currencies. I just wanted to bring this up, kind of harkens to what we said yesterday, where they're saying it's no longer a risky asset. It is now more of a store of value. And this is the world in which Bitcoin can surpass gold. Right now, Bitcoin's market cap is about 1/10 the market cap of gold. And so if it were to reach the market cap of gold and gold remains flat, that means your Bitcoin is going to 10x. I personally would like a $500,000 Bitcoin, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Now, can it happen in the 2030s? Or is it going to be like 2040s, 2050s?
2030s? Yeah, definitely.
All right. I would like to see that. Here we have a shout out to Josh. He's in Italy right now. These are the top 5 U.S. tokenized treasury. BlackRock Digital Liquidity Fund is leading with a $500 million market cap, but Ondo has more holders than all of the 35 companies combined. Current market cap for Ondo, under $1 billion. So very, very cool stuff we're seeing here. 4,342 holders of the Ondo US dollar yield. Still bullish on Ondo. I just want to pull up the price action real quick just to see, is it still a good time to get in? Because, I bought some. I'm probably down on my investment for my average entry buy price here. Didn't get enough here, kept buying here. So, probably, I think I even, bought what I thought was, no, not at $1.18. This dip. I think I definitely bought some of this dip. Like, all right, I got in under $1. Woo, went above $1. I knew I was smart. Wait, what? So yeah, Ondo. I like Ondo at 63 cents though. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's a good pick there.
I think it's a good one. It is a good one. I would, if you don't have any Ondo, maybe not a terrible time to, get yourself some exposure here. So we have update. ETFs had inflows yesterday. We had pretty massive outflows the day before. So on the 11th, lost over 40 million. And then yesterday we brought in about 40 million. So we're seeing a nice little reversal. Meanwhile, ETH.
I know, outflows on outflows. Now that's Grayscale always, but I wonder how much they have left of both. Is that on there?
So Grayscale, it's in my video. It is in the video, folks. So if you go here, what is going on? What? Oh, I'm like on editing. Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, what's happening here? Yeah, so I break that down and I go into the numbers. So everything you need to know about that, go watch the video on Is ETH Dead? Is it going to bleed against Bitcoin forever? I do a big portion of it on the ETFs. Coinbase's premiums convergence signals. Now, what's the Coinbase premium for those who don't know, TJ?
That's basically the price that Coinbase sells Bitcoin for, and it gives a little bit higher on Coinbase because of ease of access and customer experience.
You get what you pay for, right? So like, you pay the $20 a month, you can get like a human, and actually being able to converse with a human on a crypto exchange is like sighting a unicorn. It's very rare, and on Coinbase, I think you got to pay $20 a month for it. So, Coinbase, they do charge more. You'll see a price of Bitcoin 60,000 on Coinbase. You go hit buy, and it says, we've executed your order for 60,200. And you're like, wait, what? Okay. And so you end up getting a little bit of a premium. Well, there's something cool here. When the premium pumps, Bitcoin surged significantly. And so we're seeing a little bit of a, right now, some divergence. We're getting some premium prices here. And we get these premium prices, it typically leads to a nice little pump. And so this is good stuff that we're hoping. Let's see here. Yeah, boom. You can see a little consolidating factor. There's a lot of lines, a lot of, kind of hard to focus there. But when the premium is high, Bitcoin gets a pump. And right now the premium is high. So we're setting up a very bullish just scenario where Bitcoin can bounce. Speaking of Bitcoin, did you see Michael Saylor, the mad lad? He bought even more. He didn't buy a small amount. He bought over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin.
Dang.
That is nuts, folks. TJ, ATB is coming back.
Hey.
3 p.m. today.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome. We got some awesome guests lined up. We haven't done it in a couple months at this point. We are going to break down the Michael Saylor purchase. We're going to, is he a genius? Is he a mad lad? What do we think about his average buy price? Does he continue forever? And so, make sure you tune in 3 p.m. for ATB. It's going to be a good one. I'm wondering, maybe, I don't know. We'll talk afterward. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to ATB coming back around the blockchain, man. So, they end up buying over 18,000 here between the 6th and the 12th. Their average price, higher than what the price is right now, 60,400. If we look at the price of Bitcoin right now, it is 58,000. So he bought, pretty significant premium right there. He bought, what do they say? About a little bit over a month ago there. So ended up, a little bit underwater, I guess you could say here, because he started in August and Bitcoin was just, started a lot higher. So he would have been better if he would have waited, but still 60,000. So he now has the total number, 244,000. He is very close to 250,000 Bitcoin. Is now more than 1%.
That's crazy.
This is nuts. What are your thoughts here?
No, I think obviously he's not too concerned about the short-term price action.
No.
He's investing for the next 4 to 5 years minimum, probably, if not 10. So this is money. This is more of that money that we talk about where it's not going anywhere. They're not buying and selling dips. This is just kind of forever hold type stuff. Raising funds to do it, selling shares to do it. So I think this is great. This is just more Bitcoin that's coming out of the supply. We're seeing that get sucked up at a rate that we've never seen throughout history. This along with all the other things we're seeing just keeps me in the mega bullish camp.
Mega bullish camp. I would agree here. Fred Krueger, speaking of some of these commodities, gold at 2,600, days away from rate cuts. BlackRock has shifted from ESG to BTC. 60 days from now, regardless who wins in November, we're in a money printing super cycle with a new Bitcoin ETF. That makes me bullish as well. And then we have this as well, the world's largest publicly traded Bitcoin miner. The world's largest. Marathon Digital adds over 5,000 Bitcoin in a month. Holdings now worth $1.5 billion. Johnny December, member for 6 months. Happy Friday from the Caribbean. Hope you're getting nice and tan. Tanning those, just your
coconuts.
Tanning your coconuts. Just your outer epidermal layer. That's all.
And speaking of members, we are doing the member stream right after this, live from DZ's desk. Going to do some trading, look at what we think price action might be at into the weekend. So big day for content. For those of you asking, ATB will be on this channel 3 o'clock today. So.
Yeah, 3 o'clock today. All right, Bitcoin prime for a push to fresh all-time highs if this happens. What are we looking to happen here? It needs to overcome a little critical resistance area. So if we can close above 58K in the short term, this would be a nice little bounce coming here to then have a springboard to 61,500, which is pretty interesting here because this is the correction 50% from March down to August. So this is the March high. This is that crash low. And then this 50%, just the middle of this range, is where he's looking to see some first of the short-term resistance. Actually, kind of like that thesis. I could see this, acting as short-term resistance. Just a lot of people are going to be looking at that midway point there. Bob from accounting, I just liked. Thank you for hitting that like button, everybody. Have we exceeded 222?
Yes, we have. I was wondering where you're going to land. Yeah, we are over 250. How about 3 to 4 to 500 on a Friday? It's Good Friday. Everybody's having fun. We're feeling happy. Let's go.
Yeah, we hit 300. I'll give you another raw.
Oh.
Now we have a Bitcoin Pure multiple. It hit 0.4 range for the first time since the end of 22. So this is Pure multiple is just kind of this blue line that you're looking at. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's a little bit of a blue box down here. When the Pure multiple goes in there, sometimes trade sideways or even down for a short amount of time, and then you get a mega pump. And so here you can see, boom, had a nice little pump. Went into the blue, had started the dump, trade sideways, then the mega pump. Like I said, it doesn't always happen immediately. You might trade sideways or go low, but it always has a mega pump after the fact. Here you can see, boom, another mega pump. It was after the fact. And here you can see another mega pump after we traded sideways for a little bit. Buy you a half a link. Troy, with the half a link buy, I'll buy one right now live on Coinbase. I don't care. I'm a maniac.
Yeah.
Bitcoin price, I'll buy more than half of one, TJ. More, barely. 1.2, okay? The imminent rate cuts and golden cross on Bitcoin chart provide a bullish outlook for the crypto asset. I want to see the chart here. We're in September right now, but look at that next month right there. Now, February, also only one red month, but October, only one red month. It was in 2018, which is a very strong bear market year, the year after the peak. And you can see... All right, let's throw out a prediction here.
Okay.
October. Last time, it was 30%. So we got 35, 40, 27, 10, one red month, 50%, 15% pump.
Scroll down,
throw out a number. Is it double digits or higher?
Scroll down just a little bit. For this month, double digits.
For October. Next month.
Yep.
Double digit?
I'm going over 10% pump.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple Chainlink. I want to price it in Chainlink because I like to keep my Chainlink at a, even number here. Nothing crazy. I'm not going nuts. It's 1.2. What did I say? Oh, my God, my count's unlinked. I'm not going to mess with it right now. But, folks, I will buy some Chainlink. You've inspired me.
So, yeah, so 10% just for perspective. Obviously, 10% move for Bitcoin. You're talking about roughly 5.86K, so... a 6K or more move for Bitcoin in October. Yeah, I think we could be moving well into the high 60s or even pushing 70 in October. So that would track perfectly.
All right, order submitted. They'll email me when my order changes status. All right, cool. So, all right, boom, bought 1.2 Chainlink. Thank you very much there. Bitcoin long-term holder supply is going up. And what I found significant is the rate at which it's going up here. Look how strong this is. Just nice uptrend just being sustained. Long-term holders
this year, basically that's January 23 at the bottom.
Yeah, this is January 24. So we're just looking at about the last year right here. This is probably dipping into maybe October, at least November here. And so yeah, you can just see the long-term holders selling, found a bottom, and then you can see
that's April.
It finally stops bottoming in April. But what I find interesting is Bitcoin ETF launched right here. And so the Bitcoin ETF launch, I guess we traded sideways for a little bit.
What happened in April?
What happened in April? We started a downtrend in price?
No. Bitcoin halving.
Oh, the Bitcoin halving. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, so we had the halving 420-ish. It was 4 hours off.
So look at that, right? Not long after the sell into the having long-term
yeah, I mean, honestly,
selling?
It could be that dip right there because it was around the 20th. This is, the month of April. That's probably roughly about 2/3 between April and May. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it could be the literal bottom right there, Bitcoin halving.
And so we were having a little bit of a debate yesterday talking about 4-year cycle over, halving cycle over, all the different factors that impacted. But it is fascinating to see long-term holders, people that have time and experience in this market. The whale, what do you got?
Chat said I bought the wick.
Oh, no.
I bought the freaking wick.
Hey, that's all right.
I should have sold 1.2.
It's all right. You're like Michael Saylor. This is not a day trade for you. This is a long-term investment. You're buying real estate in Manhattan, you know?
Oh my God. You're not
What's looking to sell it on a wick. That's for your children, you know?
Don't tell me it's like the biggest gainer for the last hour. Okay, it's not. Okay, good. Is it pumping for one of the best for the 24? Yeah, it's up 5% for the day here. All right, well, you know what? I'm buying the wick, so you don't have to there. But you know what? Like TJ said, I'm looking at the large time frames, the long time frames here, and I'm not going to care about a little 10-cent wick there. Although inside, I'm secretly seething, everybody.
No, DCA is the way, every Friday.
I should do it every Tuesday or something. Let's talk a little Trump news here. Trump said he's embracing crypto in a launch teaser for World Liberty Financial. Hated it.
Boo.
Boo. They aim to secure the dollar's global role, faces scrutiny over token allocation and past affiliations. And so he announced WLF will officially launch next week. Oh, man. WLFI aims to promote the use of U.S.-pegged stablecoins with a focus on preserving the dollar's role in global financial markets, partnering with Aave to develop tools and infrastructure that could drive stablecoin adoption across various sectors. According to the project, stablecoins can help maintain the dollar's role as a global financial leader for the foreseeable future here. They plan to raise $540 million through token sale, selling 30% of the tokens, while 70% have been reportedly allocated to insiders, which has led to concerns about transparency and fairness. Now, we broke down the 70%. It's not technically all insiders. They got a lot for, I'm trying to think, liquidity pools or
Marketing,
exchanges.
There was a lot like exchanges, like basic operating stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, public only being 30. We like to see, at least 50% there. Speaking of which, God, let me get to Discover Crypto. This is just bothering me. We put out a video last night. Some of you are going to miss this. I really want to highlight this here. PlayFix has a free airdrop. All you got to do is join the Discord. So if you like Cardano, it's an AI play. It's a free airdrop. It's not too much stuff you have to do in the Discord. You don't have to invite 20 people and send a chain email or nothing like that. You get 75 points, and we'll see what that airdrop ends up being there. So free money alert if you want to, if you like Cardano, you like AI. Now we have Donald Trump denies another debate with Kamala Harris. What do you think of this? Is this good or bad for Trump's campaign?
Not taking another debate?
Should he do it or should he not?
I don't think there's any upside in it. I think, it's irrelevant. That's kind of what I said. I watched the first one. I don't think anybody changed their opinions. I think they're both better off just trying to, I think he's better off doing the podcast, a non-traditional media route as much as he can between now and the election versus trying to rely on ABC or CNN or somebody to give him a platform. So,
yeah. All right. So, yeah, he's ruled out the possibility here. Said polls said he won. His framing is if a prize fighter loses a fight, what's the first thing they say? I want a rematch. Not terrible framing. She's saying we beat him so bad he doesn't want a rematch. Also good framing. And so, they're both just kind of saying their own thing here.
Timmy 10X, welcome to the members. Welcome to being an ally. We'll see you later on today. Yeah.
All right. We have a Kobisi letter here. Donald Trump says he will not debate, saying there will be no third debate. Prediction markets crashed on the news with Call Sheet paring back bets on a third debate. If they do not debate, it would be the lowest number of debates in election year since 2020 and 1996.
Keep the public away from this clown show. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan, they only debated one time in 1980, which was like 6 days before the election.
And it basically decided the election.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter didn't do so hot.
Yeah.
Reagan had some pretty good lines there. He almost flubbed it in the second one, but he still won by a large margin. Odds of a 50 basis point Fed rate cut surge as Bitcoin remains stable here. Let's just go straight to Polymarket. Let's go straight to the horse's mouth.
The Fed Watch one is interesting. That's probably one that we just had.
That's the one. You're a bigger fan of this one. I like this one just because it's I don't know, just seems more degen. I like. So you go to business, then you find Fed rates, and then you do that. This is wow. They're like basically now everybody's basically saying we're going to get 50 or 25. This math ain't mathin'. They must round up here. because I mean we got 100% right here, then this is 2%, and I guess that's less than, but yeah, so it looks like 31% of the degens out there are trying to make a bet that it will happen. I don't know if it'll happen though. Seems kind of low.
Yeah, I think 25. But hey, Bubba's Crypto with the gifted memberships, 5 gifted memberships. Troy, Ben, Sufficient Enough, JT, Tijano, Crypto Glassworks. So yeah, getting some new members.
I love your shrimp. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. No, I think I was reading a thing today. I still think, and I think Goldman Sachs was the one saying this too, that we're going to see 25 point basis cuts for the next several meetings. They basically said every meeting for the rest of this year will be a 25 cut. I think some of the meetings bleeding into next year will continue to see 25 cuts. So I don't think they're going to do 50 points and make it look like a panic. I think it's just going to be a steady cut, little small cuts every meeting for the foreseeable future. So
little cuts, like a
nope,
not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. All right, presidential election. Now Kamala is up 1 point, 50 to 49. So it was 50-50, 49-49. US dollar is taking over the world thanks to stablecoins. We've talked about this. Stablecoins is probably going to be one of the main buyers of US treasuries moving forward. Tether, USDC, maybe a future Trump stablecoin. Who knows? What would Trump name his stablecoin? I mean, I feel like it'd just be Trump USD. Is there a world in which he doesn't shoehorn Trump in the name?
TUSD. No, I mean it'd be like
well, True USD maybe has that ticker.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like Justin's Sun and Tron. Like it has to have Sun and everything.
Yeah.
So no, it probably would, but
it probably would. The Trump dollar. Oh God.
Trump coin.
TDS. Maybe he could like make fun of Trump derangement syndrome, like Trump dollar stablecoin, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. TDS coin would be kind of funny.
I think it's just called MAGA. Let's just, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go spend my MAGA bucks at the food court.
Trump bucks. Yeah. Trump bucks. That's I can see.
I like
that
Trump bucks. Trump bucks. All right, Kamala Harris. She has a stablecoin. What does she call it? The camel buck? Like, I don't mean it that way. It was like that was Joe Camel from freaking Camel cigarettes.
The cackle. Yeah. I'll pay you 10 cackles.
Who knows, folks? Who knows? All right, I like MAGA. Yeah, MAGA bucks, MAGA money. All right, Castle Island Ventures and Howard Digital report outline how stablecoins is rising irrespective of crypto's market cycles. But I could say it's also directly related to foreign governments not buying our U.S. treasuries. Government's like, hey, what the heck? Psst, Tether, we need you to step up in a major way. There's a lot of allegations that there's strong governmental agencies working with stablecoin companies to make sure this is a path that continues. We do have Chump Change Mining in the chat. Trump Change.
Yeah, it has a pretty good ring to it. I'll give him that. That's good.
I like that one too. That's blah blah. Okay.
What?
All right. We have Putin. He's been in the news. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about missiles. I don't want us to get deboosted, not deplatformed, potentially get the channel taken down. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the missiles. Don't want to just kind of gloss over the fact that there's a lot of major developments happening with the Ukraine-Russia saga at the moment. But this crypto angle is 34 countries want to join BRICS in one form or another. Britain told BRICS NSAs earlier today. It's only 20 seconds. Do we have sound here? I think it's dubbed. No, it's subbed, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to move that.
More than 3 dozens. 34 have expressed their desire to join a grouping in one format or another there. So yeah, dozens of countries signaling support of, hey, I don't like that one regime that has, the global currency. They keep weaponizing the dollar. And so you keep weaponizing the dollar, people are going to look for an alternative. And so that's what we're seeing right now. We have weaponized the dollar, maybe to the point where countries don't trust the US dollar. I'm not saying it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I'm just kind of saying, this is probably in the calculus of these world leaders. Like, I've seen the US government weaponize the dollar. Will they do it to me? I don't know, and so, yeah, we're seeing dozens of countries, just looking for a new system here. Any kind of broad impact do you think this is going to, affect here? Let's just say, let's play it out. More and more countries do adopt BRICS. I mean, how does this affect crypto or more just the dollar's dominance?
It affects the dollar's dominance. It is another viable player in that space of global exchange value. I don't, kind of like you could put oil in there, right? I don't think though, dude, it's going to outperform Bitcoin, and that's why Bitcoin is so interesting to me. Is it has all the it has the properties needed to solve this problem better than anything else that exists. So yes, we do have a problem with the US dollar being the global reserve currency and not being a true store of value or hard money supply. Some of these other alternatives like BRICS, like gold, like the petrodollar or oil have actually been the market trying to solve this problem that Putin was talking about just then, the not being able to trust the US to hold its best interest in mind at all times. So now that Bitcoin's out there, it's solving this problem at a faster rate. BRICS, good idea, been around. That idea been around since 2001, 2002, and it's just now starting to get to any kind of scale. The scale, when you look at percentage of trade in the BRICS dollar or currency compared to US dollar, is not even really comparable to the US dollar. I think it's like a couple percentage points. And Bitcoin is eclipsing that at a much faster rate. So it's relevant. Something that does threaten the dollar. At least it's the market presenting a different option, and the more other options that continue to get presented, the weaker the dollar becomes, because it's just going to be chipped away at. But I still think Bitcoin will earn that.
I mean, not to say it's good news, but the good news for crypto holders, if the dollar does get weakened, that means its purchasing power globally also weakens. And so that means, as your dollar is losing value relative to the Swedish krona or, the Russian ruble, if you're overexposed to crypto, you're going to do better than your neighbors. You're going to do better than your coworkers, friends, and family. Folks, I didn't buy the wick. I just bought a wick. This is the 3-minute chart here. If you look at the 1 minute, I'm not a complete idiot. I was just an idiot for 30 seconds. Now I look like a stable genius. So yeah, nice seeing Chainlink still just pumping, everybody. So don't sleep on Link.
Bitcoin over 59K. Let's go. Getting some price action on a Friday. I like it.
Love it. Love it. Here we have Stuart Alderoty. He's the chief legal officer for Ripple Labs here. Chief legal officer of Ripple. Over 35 years of legal experience. So the SEC, they just had some documents here. SEC finally admits that 1, crypto asset security is a made-up term. 2, to prove a crypto asset security is an investment contract, they need evidence of a bundle of contracts, expectations, and understandings. I think it's time for the SEC and Gary Gensler to admit it has become a twisted pretzel of contradictions. Don't worry, I've updated your logo.
That's burn. Sick. I like the logo.
Yeah, it is a good burn. I mean, it is a good logo. Maybe I'll try to have my fiance bake this. I'll take a picture. I'll mail it to Gary's twin brother. Then he can give it to his brother at Thanksgiving. Kraken challenge SEC in court, seeks jury trial. I would love to see Kraken involved in a jury trial against the SEC. I would love to see, I don't think it will happen, Gary Gensler on the stand the same day that Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken, has to take the stand, just so we could compare and contrast their two different styles there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kraken, if you don't know, it's a fairly large U.S. exchange. It has been battling the U.S. government on crypto industry's behalf for many years now. And so they're in the middle of a court battle right now. I kind of like that Kraken is wanting a jury trial there.
Yeah,
I'd much rather Kraken be judged by a jury of their peers rather than just one surplus elite bureaucrat.
Absolutely. And just for perspective, I think Jesse Powell has stepped down as CEO. He's just like chairman or president or board member or something like that. But yeah, I'm fighting for the people, definitely the Kraken, and for the industry compared to dealing with SEC.
Plus, if you look at the guy, he's a crypto degen. Who's this guy?
That's not the Jesse Powell I know.
What the heck? Thank God it wasn't like some adult movie star or something. Here, yeah, just make sure we got the right thing. Does he have a photo?
That's an old one, but
that's definitely an old photo right there. He's got long hair now. Oh, that's him right there.
Yeah.
That's a degen. Honestly, it just looks like a Cardano holder.
Yeah, he does.
Right? Do you think he has a big bag of ADA?
He probably did at one point.
Probably did. No, he still does. Kraken denies the SEC allegations, asserting that Cardano, I didn't even know this was here, nice segue, and Algo aren't securities, and accusing the SEC of overreach here. Did Cardano flip green on this? Where are we at on Cardano? It was like slightly in the and back in the green. Back in the green, up 13% for the week here. But Toncoin smoking the competition. They're up 22% right now. And Doge just firmly above $1. I mean 10 cents. I wish it was $1.
Department of Government Efficiency. You know.
I mean, he did it again. He tweeted it again. You know, I'm bullish on his ability to move Doge this upcoming cycle when retail comes in.
What about a timeline where citizens of the United States can perform tasks that enhance their community and earn Doge in return, so they can start eliminating government programs and paying out users in Doge?
I mean, can you imagine like enterprising construction companies? Like, I'll fix a pothole. Give me $500 in Doge every time.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, can you imagine, like if we started really using in these incentives, crypto incentives in a positive way at scale across something like X, right? Like, hey, you can get paid out in Doge over X if you perform this micro task, like you said, fix this, obviously like potholes and some of that kind of stuff would have codes that would have to do, but there's a lot of other government programs that are extremely inefficient. If they can identify some key ones at a national scale and start using crypto as incentive, that would be, I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. I just think it'd be wild. It'd be cool. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Do some zero cost basis accounting methods where you basically start from scratch and say, what do we need to just exist as a company, versus like you have your entire company and you're like, well, what department could we cut first? You start with zero and say, what is absolutely necessary for this company to survive? And then you end up, with a much lower budget. Yeah. I would love to see some moves like that.
If you could gamify, I've always thought about like a Pokemon Go style game, with incentives, but you're actually doing real world tasks that, are worth something, so you get paid for it. It'd just be really interesting to see if somebody rolled something like that out. It'd be fun.
Discover Crypto. Look at Bitcoin exchange liquidation map. They say there is a dump soon, everybody. And a lot of people have making fun of his glasses. Okay, all right. I didn't really look at his glasses before. He definitely looks like he's inviting people in his apartment and saying, no, hold on, listen to this. And then like turns up his analog television.
No, but those glasses, I feel like that's a old school style that's just coming back around.
Dahmer glasses are coming back?
I think they really are.
Are these Dahmer glasses, chat? I don't know. Look how happy Trump is, though.
Big grin.
He's happier to meet Jesse than Jesse is to meet him. I like how I guess they had to put their phones down or something.
Yeah.
Like how many, I don't know. This is a guess. I'm guessing this is Trump's phone. I'm guessing this is Jesse Powell's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digital devices.
Oh, I can't see it that far off.
You could kind of here if we kind of move it in just a little.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, you can see some. You can see the edge of one right there. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, Giga Brain, very, very, very smart person, Jesse Powell.
Very smart, very smart.
Wow, look at that pump, man. Bitcoin, almost 59.5 now.
Chainlink full of Bitcoin here. All right, I'd like to do the spot one on here. Wow, look at that, everybody.
Let's go. Broke through.
Man, oh man. Yeah, we were like looking at this earlier. I mean, we were just smashing. We smashed this little local top right there. You can see it took us a little bit. These are the 1 minute charts. If we go to the 5 minute, it looks a little bit cleaner. Bitcoin is just on a tear. Smash that like button. I heard every like. You're going to keep the pump going. If you don't hit the like, we get red candles.
It's time to pump it up. Where's that song? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Does that make you think of Iran every single time?
No, I actually associate that song to you, not
really?
Iran. Yeah,
that's funny. I think of Ivan and Iran, but I always think of Iran running around playing that song on his computer back in the day.
Ivan, I associate with Parabola. He loves Parabola.
Yeah.
There's also a couple other Ivan things that he likes to say a lot. They'll hit me in a little bit.
In this video. That's
in
Carl.
this video. Yeah, that's little Carl there.
Yeah.
Guys. That's guys.
Yeah.
All right, we have ETH developers consider splitting Pectra hard fork here, so that'll be interesting as we get closer and closer. This is going to be later this year, early 25. So just put this on your radar. I don't think anyone's going to, the community at large is just going to agree with Vitalik. And so, that's basically what's going to happen here. We saw it with ETH Classic, people. 2 years ago, ETH was doing more transactions than all L2s combined. This is where it gets scary. Mm-hmm. Now the L2 activity, 28 times higher than that of Ethereum here. I wouldn't look too much into this. An L2 might, for instance, batch 500 transactions and then just settle one transaction on Ethereum mainnet. Also, there's going to be scammier things. I don't want to say there's going to be some scammy things. There's going to be some things that are just hitting a wide target, like large airdrops. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of ETH fees for an airdrop. People are just going to do it on Base. They're going to do it on ARB, OP.
Well, yeah, and the point is that says transactions, right? So basically, another way to read that is ETH Layer 2's doing their job. Because that's basically what it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be settling all those transactions, and Ethereum's it's supposed to be securing the value. Now, it is a little bit, the concern is if you need less Ethereum or less Ether or ETH to operate on this network, then will the overall value of ETH not, progress over time? But I think this is a volume play, and it's really solving one of their biggest issues, which is transaction throughput. So I read that as that's a good thing. Now, do we need as many L2s as we have? Maybe not. Maybe the market shakes that out. But I think this is par for the course, or kind of right on course, I guess I should say, for Ethereum and what they're trying to do for this phase of the cycle.
Ken Shipley, not a fan of the V-neck with the suit coat. Wait till you see what I have below the waist.
Oh, man.
Bad.
Style critics in the house, huh?
Yeah, you know what? When they think of DZ, I want them to think fashionista.
Yeah, that's right.
First and foremost. I don't want them to think of the 2.7 Chainlink. I don't want them to think of Cardano. I don't want them to think of just awesome videos across the board. I want them to think of fashionista.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, speaking of fashionista DZ, I did realize we are over time, and so we're gonna have to save this altcoin stuff. You're supposed to be you're 5 minutes late. For
Yeah. We got the members only stream. We're gonna get into that, folks. I will see you there. Thank you for joining. It's gonna be a wonderful weekend. ATB 3 p.m. I'll see you there.
All right, so stay in. He's gonna